Hi everyone, and welcome. Tonight, we're diving into the quiet world of the largest creatures on Earth, ocean giants that move slowly through deep blue waters, far from noise and time. Take a deep breath, relax, and let the ocean carry you into a world of peaceful giants. The gentle giants of the ocean. The oceans of Earth are home to some of the largest creatures that have ever lived on our planet. These animals are often called ocean giants, and despite their enormous size, many of them move through the water with remarkable calm and grace. From massive whales to enormous rays and ancient sharks, these creatures remind us that the ocean is a world where size and tranquility often go hand in hand. The largest animal known to have ever existed is the blue whale. This extraordinary creature can grow to more than 30 meters, 100 feet, in length and weigh as much as 180 tons. To imagine its scale, a blue whale's heart alone can weigh as much as a small car. Yet despite its immense size, the blue whale feeds on some of the smallest animals in the ocean, tiny shrimp-like creatures called krill. Each day, a single whale may consume several tons of these microscopic animals by filtering them from the water with special plates in its mouth called baleen. Swimming beside whales in the vast blue waters are other impressive giants. The whale shark, the largest fish in the ocean, can reach lengths of around 12 meters, 40 feet. Unlike most sharks, which are predators, whale sharks are gentle filter feeders. They glide slowly through warm tropical seas, opening their wide mouths to collect plankton and tiny fish. Divers who encounter them often describe the experience as peaceful, as these massive animals move calmly through the water with almost effortless motion. Another fascinating ocean giant is the manta ray. With wingspans that can reach more than 7 meters, 23 feet, manta rays seem to fly through the sea like graceful underwater birds. Their slow, rhythmic movements create an almost hypnotic scene. These intelligent animals often visit special areas of coral reefs called cleaning stations, where small fish gently remove parasites from their skin. The calm nature of many ocean giants is one of the most surprising things about them. Although their size could make them intimidating, most of these animals pose little danger to humans. In fact, they often appear curious, sometimes approaching divers with slow, gentle movements. Scientists believe that many of these species rely more on calm energy conservation than on speed or aggression. Life as a giant in the ocean has its advantages. Large bodies can travel long distances with less effort, store energy more efficiently, and survive in cold waters thanks to thick layers of insulating fat known as blubber. This is one reason why whales are capable of making some of the longest migrations on Earth, sometimes traveling thousands of kilometers between feeding and breeding grounds. Ocean giants also play an important role in the health of marine ecosystems. When whales dive deep and later return to the surface, they help move nutrients through the water. This process supports plankton growth, which in turn feeds countless other marine creatures. In this quiet way, these enormous animals help maintain the balance of life in the sea. Watching these creatures glide slowly through the deep ocean can be a calming experience. Their steady movements and peaceful behavior remind us that the largest beings in nature are not always the loudest or most aggressive. Sometimes, they are simply the most graceful. In the vast and mysterious ocean, giants move slowly through the deep blue world, ancient travelers in a quiet kingdom beneath the waves. The quiet importance of ocean giants. Ocean giants are not only impressive because of their enormous size. They also play a quiet but extremely important role in maintaining the health and balance of the entire ocean ecosystem. In ways that scientists are still discovering, these large animals help shape the living systems of the sea. One of the most fascinating roles of whales is their influence on the ocean's nutrient cycles. When whales dive deep into the ocean to feed and later return to the surface to breathe, They move nutrients from the deep water back toward the upper layers of the sea. This process is sometimes called the whale pump. By bringing nutrients upward, whales help support the growth of plankton, which forms the foundation of the ocean's food web. Plankton may be tiny, but it is one of the most important forms of life on Earth. These microscopic organisms produce a large portion of the oxygen in our atmosphere through photosynthesis. When whales help increase plankton growth, they indirectly support many other marine species and even influence the global climate. Ocean giants also play a role in distributing nutrients across vast distances. During their migrations, whales travel thousands of kilometers between feeding grounds and breeding areas. Along the way, they transport nutrients throughout the ocean, enriching different ecosystems and supporting marine productivity. Even after their lives come to an end, ocean giants continue to support life in the sea. When a whale dies and its body sinks to the ocean floor, it creates what scientists call a whale fall. These enormous remains become a source of food for deep-sea creatures for many years. Entire communities of organisms, including fish, crabs, worms, and bacteria, may depend on a single whale fall. Other ocean giants contribute to marine ecosystems in different ways. Manta rays help control populations of plankton, while large sharks play an important role as top predators that maintain balance among fish populations. By influencing the behavior and numbers of other species, these animals help keep ocean ecosystems stable. Scientists have begun to realize that protecting ocean giants may also help protect the health of the entire ocean. Healthy whale populations, for example, can support stronger plankton communities, which in turn benefit many marine animals. In this way, the largest creatures in the sea quietly support countless smaller forms of life. Today, researchers around the world are working to better understand these remarkable animals. Marine reserves, conservation programs, and international agreements have helped some whale populations slowly recover after centuries of hunting. These efforts show how important ocean giants are to the future of the seas. When we think about the ocean, it is easy to imagine its vast size and endless waters. But hidden within this immense world are animals whose influence reaches far beyond their own lives. Ocean giants are not only symbols of the ocean's beauty, they are also essential guardians of its balance. In the calm depths and open waters of the sea, these gentle giants continue their ancient journeys, quietly shaping the living world of the ocean around them. The hidden world where ocean giants live. Although ocean giants are enormous and powerful, they spend most of their lives in a world that remains largely hidden from human eyes. The ocean covers more than 70% of the Earth's surface, and much of it is deep, dark, and still only partially explored. Within this vast blue world, the largest creatures move through environments that range from bright tropical seas to the cold, shadowy depths of the open ocean. Near the surface, sunlight fills the upper layers of the ocean with energy and life. This region, known as the sunlit zone, is where plankton grows in enormous quantities. Plankton forms the base of the ocean food chain, and many ocean giants depend on it directly or indirectly. Blue whales, for example, feed on massive swarms of krill that gather in these productive waters. During feeding seasons, whales may dive repeatedly through dense clouds of these tiny creatures. Below the sunlit waters lies the twilight zone, where light becomes faint and the ocean begins to feel more mysterious. Some ocean giants pass through this region during their daily movements. Sperm whales often dive into these depths in search of squid and other deep-sea animals. The twilight zone is filled with unusual creatures that have adapted to low light, many of them producing their own faint glow through a process known as bioluminescence. Far deeper still is the midnight zone, where sunlight never reaches at all. The water here is cold, dark, and under immense pressure. Although most ocean giants spend much of their time closer to the surface, some species are capable of entering these extreme depths for short periods. Sperm whales are particularly famous for these deep dives, sometimes descending more than 1,000 meters below the surface. In the open ocean, ocean giants often travel through vast areas that appear almost empty. But even these seemingly quiet waters are filled with life. Tiny drifting organisms, schools of fish, and deep-sea creatures create a complex and delicate ecosystem. The movements of large animals such as whales can influence this environment in subtle ways, stirring nutrients and supporting marine life. Some ocean giants also visit coastal regions, coral reefs, or underwater mountains known as seamounts. These locations often concentrate food and attract a wide variety of marine species. Manta rays and whale sharks, for example, are frequently seen near such places where plankton and small fish gather in large numbers. Despite their size, many ocean giants rely on the vastness of the ocean for safety. The open sea allows them to move freely across enormous distances. For animals that migrate thousands of kilometers each year, the ocean becomes a continuous pathway connecting distant ecosystems. Scientists are still discovering new details about the environments where ocean giants live. Modern technologies such as satellite tracking and deep-sea exploration have revealed surprising migration routes and previously unknown behaviors. Even today, the movements of these great animals continue to hold mysteries. The hidden world of the ocean is one of immense scale and quiet beauty. Within its shifting layers of light and darkness, ocean giants move slowly through an environment that has remained largely unchanged for millions of years. In this vast underwater realm, the giants of the sea follow ancient pathways through a world that is still one of the greatest frontiers on Earth. The slow rhythms of ocean giants. Life in the ocean often moves according to quiet and steady rhythms, especially for the largest creatures of the sea. Ocean giants do not rush through their world. Instead, many of them move slowly and deliberately, conserving energy and following ancient patterns that have existed for millions of years. Their calm pace is one of the reasons observing them can feel so peaceful. Many large marine animals are masters of slow and efficient movement. A blue whale, despite its enormous size, can glide through the water with surprisingly little effort. The powerful muscles of its tail push it forward in long, graceful strokes, allowing the whale to travel vast distances while using relatively little energy. Scientists have discovered that the body shape of whales is incredibly streamlined, helping them move smoothly through the water. Some ocean giants are known for their extraordinary migrations. Each year, many whale species travel thousands of kilometers across entire oceans. For example, humpback whales often migrate from cold feeding grounds near the poles to warm tropical waters where they give birth to their calves. These journeys can cover more than 8,000 kilometers and are among the longest migrations made by any animal on Earth. These migrations follow seasonal cycles that have repeated for generations. In the cold waters of the polar oceans, whales find enormous quantities of food such as krill and small fish. During the warmer months, they build up thick layers of fat that provide energy for their long journey. Later, they travel to calmer tropical waters where newborn calves can grow safely in warmer temperatures. Even creatures like the giant whale shark follow slow and steady paths across the oceans. Scientists have discovered that whale sharks sometimes travel across entire ocean basins, moving between feeding areas where plankton is abundant. Their movements are guided by ocean currents, water temperature, and the seasonal blooms of microscopic life. One of the most fascinating aspects of ocean giants is their ability to dive into the deep sea. Some whales can descend hundreds or even thousands of meters below the surface. The sperm whale, for instance, is famous for its deep dives in search of giant squid. During these dives, The whale enters a quiet and dark world where sunlight no longer reaches. To survive such deep journeys, whales have developed remarkable adaptations. Their bodies can store large amounts of oxygen in their muscles and blood, allowing them to remain underwater for long periods. Their heart rates also slow dramatically during deep dives, conserving energy and oxygen. Despite their enormous size and powerful abilities, ocean giants live in a world that often appears calm and silent. In the open ocean, sound travels far, and whales communicate with low, haunting songs that can travel for many kilometers. These songs are part of the slow rhythm of ocean life, echoing through the deep waters. When we observe these animals, we see a reminder that not all life moves quickly. In the deep blue world of the ocean, some of the greatest creatures live by the quiet rule of patience and steady motion, a rhythm that has shaped their lives for millions of years. The intelligent lives of ocean giants. Beneath the quiet surface of the ocean, many giant marine animals possess surprisingly complex and intelligent minds. Although they live far from human cities and technology, these creatures display behaviors that suggest advanced communication, memory, and social interaction. For scientists studying the ocean, the minds of these giants remain one of the most fascinating mysteries of marine life. Among the most intelligent ocean giants are whales. Many species live in structured social groups where individuals recognize one another and maintain long-term relationships. Some whales travel in family groups that stay together for many years. These close bonds allow them to cooperate while hunting, protect their young, and share information about their environment. One of the most remarkable examples of whale intelligence is their ability to communicate using sound. In the vast ocean, sound travels much farther than light. Because of this, whales rely heavily on vocal communication. Humpback whales are famous for their long and complex songs, which can last for many minutes and sometimes repeat in patterns that change slowly over time. Entire whale populations may share similar songs, gradually evolving them year after year. Scientists believe that these songs may serve several purposes. Some may help whales find mates, while others may help them coordinate movements or maintain contact across great distances. The haunting tones of whale songs can travel through the ocean for hundreds of kilometers, creating one of the most extraordinary soundscapes in nature. Ocean giants also show impressive memory and learning abilities. Some whale species remember migration routes that span entire oceans. Young whales learn these routes by traveling with their mothers during their early years. These journeys become part of a kind of cultural knowledge that is passed from generation to generation. Even giant fish such as manta rays have demonstrated signs of intelligence. Studies suggest that manta rays may recognize themselves in mirrors, a rare ability in the animal kingdom. They also appear curious about divers and often approach humans slowly, sometimes circling them in what seems like quiet investigation. The social lives of ocean giants can also be surprisingly gentle. Mother whales form deep bonds with their calves, guiding them through the early stages of life. During the first months, calves stay close to their mothers, learning how to swim, breathe, and navigate the vast ocean. In some species, other adults may even assist in protecting young whales within the group. Despite their size and strength, many ocean giants rely more on cooperation and communication than aggression. Their world is one of subtle signals, distant sounds, and quiet interactions. Scientists are still uncovering the many ways these animals understand and respond to their environment. When we listen to the songs of whales or observe the graceful curiosity of manta rays, we are reminded that intelligence in the ocean can take many forms. Far beneath the waves, ocean giants live thoughtful lives shaped by memory, communication, and social connection. In the calm blue world of the sea, these giants are not only large in body, they are also remarkable in mind. The ancient giants of the ocean. Long before humans ever looked out across the ocean, giant creatures were already moving through its waters. The history of ocean giants stretches back tens of millions of years. Throughout Earth's long past, the seas have been home to enormous animals that evolved to thrive in the vast and mysterious marine world. One of the most ancient groups of ocean giants is the whales. The ancestors of modern whales once lived on land around 50 million years ago. Over many generations, these early mammals gradually adapted to life in the water. Their legs transformed into flippers, their bodies became streamlined, and their tails developed powerful horizontal fins that allowed them to swim efficiently through the ocean. Fossils of early whales reveal fascinating transitional forms. Some ancient species still had small legs that could support them on land, while also possessing features that helped them swim. Over time, these animals became fully aquatic, eventually evolving into the great whales we know today, including blue whales, humpback whales, and sperm whales. Ocean giants are not limited to mammals. Some of the largest fish in the ocean have ancient evolutionary histories as well. The whale shark, for example, belongs to a group of sharks that has existed for more than 400 million years. Sharks were already swimming through Earth's oceans long before the first dinosaurs appeared on land. Another fascinating giant is the ocean sunfish, also known as mola mola. Although it may not look like a traditional giant predator, this unusual fish can weigh more than 2 tons. Its strange rounded body and large fins make it one of the most recognizable creatures in the sea. Sunfish often drift slowly near the surface, sometimes appearing to bask quietly in the sunlight. In the deep ocean, ancient giants continue to live in environments that have changed very little for millions of years. The giant squid, for example, has long captured the imagination of sailors and scientists alike. These elusive creatures can grow to enormous sizes and live in the dark depths where sunlight never reaches. The survival of ocean giants over such long periods of time is partly due to the stability of the marine environment. While conditions on land can change rapidly, the deep ocean often remains relatively stable. This allows certain species to maintain body plans that have worked successfully for millions of years. Many ocean giants also grow slowly and live long lives. Some whales may live for more than 80 or even 100 years. During these long lifespans, they travel vast distances across the oceans, becoming quiet witnesses to the changing world around them. When we observe the giants of today's oceans, we are also looking at the result of millions of years of evolution. These animals are living connections to Earth's distant past. Their calm presence in the ocean reminds us that the sea is not only a place of immense size, but also of immense time. In the silent depths and open waters of the ocean, ancient giants continue their slow journeys, just as their ancestors did long before humans ever walked the earth. Thank you for drifting through the ocean with me. If you enjoyed this peaceful journey, don't forget to like and subscribe for more relaxing discoveries. Sleep well, and see you in the next deep dive.